Hello and welcome to the show we like to call New Mexico Rising. My name is Dan. Each and every week I try to bring celebrities from all across the country to kind of chat about cool things to do right here in New Mexico. Did you know you could start an Airbnb in your apartments? Plus, a little later, I will talk to a singer, songwriter, entertainer that likes to travel here to New Mexico more often than you expect. And that's all happening right here on New Mexico Rising. You ready for the show, Kat? Yeah, I think he's ready. Are you a renter looking for a new stream of income to offset rent and the high cost of living? Well, joining us now to talk about the Airbnb Friendly Apartments program and how renters across the U.S. are turning their apartments into profitable Airbnb listings as an Airbnb host is Mr. Jeff Grant. Welcome to the show, Jeff. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
So, Jeff, you're a host of an Airbnb Friendly Apartment. Can you tell us how you got started and what it's like being a host of an Airbnb?
Yeah, of course. So we moved into a new building last year, around July, a new building. So a few months in, the management came to the residents and said, hey, we partner with Airbnb. We're going to offer up this amenity to list your apartment on Airbnb. And so I've always been interested in Airbnb. I've stayed at several. It was a dream of mine to one day kind of have my own Airbnb to rent out. And so this was like a perfect opportunity for us to kind of move into that space. And so we jumped on it. And then it's been a great experience. We learned a whole lot, and it's just been positive throughout. So, yeah.
So what is the Airbnb Friendly Apartments program, and how can one find out if their apartment is Airbnb friendly?
Yeah, so maybe when you typically think of Airbnb, you think of a homeowner or a vacation homeowner who's going to rent out something they own. So this allows certain apartments to rent out, a space that you lease, that you rent out on a short-term basis. So if you're interested, you can go to Airbnb's website, airbnb.com/Airbnb-friendly. They have a whole slew of, I think, over 250 apartments that have partnered with them. You can search by your area, and it will list out the apartments that have already partnered with Airbnb. I also encourage people just to, if they don't see their apartment on there, to reach out and to say, hey, others are doing this. How about we give this a shot as well?
So from your experience, what are some of the financial benefits of listing a space on Airbnb?
Yeah, there's several. So for one, it pays for some of our vacations, honestly. So we kind of try to tailor our vacations around high tourist times in our area, and we'll take a trip to kind of get away from those crowds. But in the meantime, we can offer up our space, make some good money, and pay for the vacation. And then often it goes above and beyond that and helps us offset the cost of rent. We're not some big company who owns several Airbnbs. We're just the average renter who's looking to help facilitate, these high rental fees that, are just continuing to rise. So, yeah.
So essentially you're just going on vacation on somebody else's vacation money?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But it's a huge benefit to us, and it's really opened the door to kind of more opportunity, really. So it's been great.
That's awesome. I'm going to have to look into this myself. That'd be great. Go on little trips all across the country. It's almost like a little Airbnb trade. You stay at my house and I'll go find another spot to go stay at. That's kind of cool. So if I was interested in hosting, like I am now, where can I go for more information, my friend?
Yeah, go to airbnb.com/Airbnb-friendly. You can also do a Google search for Airbnb Friendly Apartments. But real simple, yeah. Just go on there and search for your space.
Well, Jeff, thanks for joining me this morning, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
We know a diet full of fruits and vegetables is, a good thing for us. And plant-based lifestyles have become increasingly popular. They're no longer limited to just vegans, but have expanded to the general population looking to incorporate healthier options into our daily nutrition. But it might be a little tough to meet all of our nutritional goals when navigating this new plant-based world. So joining us today are holistic health coach Koya Webb and Dr. Luigi Gratton with Herbalife to bring us some tips. Welcome to the show, you two. How are you?
Awesome. Thanks for having us.
Doing great. Good morning.
All right, there seems to be a lot of conversation about like clean eating and what that consists of. How did this way of eating come into your life, and what exactly is plant curious?
Well, honestly, plant curious is how I started. When I started, I was getting my yoga teacher certification, and on the curriculum, they asked us to follow a vegetarian diet. So eliminating pork and beef and all these other meats I was eating helped me feel more energy, more vitality, and it helped me get into some of those yoga poses. And so 18 years later, I'm still plant-based vegan, and I honestly attribute it to me feeling my optimal health and vitality.
All right, and people are trying to lead a healthier lifestyle by eating better, but they may not get all the nutrients they need. Is that correct, doctor?
That's correct. And I'm a little different than Koya because she's a vegan. I'm a flexitarian, which is how half of the country identifies. I still eat meat, chicken, fish, dairy, but I try and incorporate more fruits and vegetables, get a plant-based lifestyle going. And it is challenging getting those vitamins, minerals, protein, trace elements that the human body needs to have. So that's why we're excited about this new line of products. It's certified vegan, it's certified plant-based, USDA organic, non-GMO project certified in kosher, and it gives the consumers choices according to their goals. If they want a shake that's plant-based that they can build muscle with, check. If they want digestive health products with fiber, if they want immunity, or a plant-based greens booster. So really runs the whole gamut in the spectrum. Whatever their goal is, they can achieve it with these products.
As someone that follows like the vegan lifestyle, do you ever find it challenging to like meet your nutrition requirements, or is that all just like a myth?
No, actually, in the beginning, it was quite difficult. And a lot of people trying for the first time, they might find it difficult to get in their protein, carbohydrates, and fats. But with just a little bit of research and incorporating fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds in each of my meals and even my snack, helped me get it in easily. And ways that I wasn't getting it in, and when I don't get it in my regular meals, I make sure I have a nutrient-dense supplement without a lot of junk in it that I can take to help me meet all my nutritional needs.
And doctor, what are some of the long-term benefits to eating clean? Can you mention a few of those?
Yeah, sure. I'm just thinking about how I'm stretching and standing up taller when Koya's speaking because she's such a powerful expert. But yeah, it's fruits and vegetables, a lot of the things that she mentioned, they've got nutrients. Nutrients help support the body. This is pretty obvious. And it's important, but it's really according to your question, your goals. So if you want to lose weight, plant-based dieting can help with that. If you want to gain muscle, if you're concerned with your heart health, your immune health, skin, hair, nails, if you're just concerned with beauty and aesthetic, all of these goals can be sort of achieved with a plant-based nutrient-dense diet, as Koya said. So it's really about hitting the goals with the nutrients you need.
Well, thank you too for joining me. Where can we go for more information and learn more about the Herbal lifestyle?
Yes, I love it. You can go to Herbalife.com. You can take a peek at some of the products that we just launched recently, the Herbalife V line, or if you want to get connected to an independent distributor. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having you guys. Thanks for joining me on the show today. You know, Las Vegas is a city known for spectacular productions, and the newest spectacle to hit the Strip is Awakening at the Wynn in Las Vegas. Sean McAllister is the host of the Vegas Revealed podcast and is joining us live from the Wynn with an inside look at the state-of-the-art production. Sean, how are you, buddy?
I'm fantastic. It's good to see you. Greetings from Las Vegas. And you know, as you mentioned, this is a city known for its over-the-top entertainment. And that's exactly what Wynn Las Vegas delivers with its biggest and most expensive production ever called Awakening. It takes place in this custom-designed 360-degree theater where you'll be immersed in larger-than-life visuals. Take a look.
My mantra is never bring to Las Vegas what you can see in your hometown.
Awakening is set inside one of the most technologically advanced theaters ever designed. Its centerpiece is a three-tiered prismatic stage.
Awakening will redefine the quintessential Las Vegas spectacle.
Audiences will experience a mythic adventure where a hero confronts opposing forces on a quest to save the world. Adding to the pageantry are oversized creatures designed by Michael Curry. the same creator who helped bring The Lion King to life on Broadway. Simply put, the scope and scale of Awakening is unprecedented.
It's a spectacle. It's dance, original music, acrobats, aerialists, insane costumes, and then at the heart of it, this really beautiful story.
A story that director Baz Helpin says everyone can relate to.
These human stories, these relationships between lovers and friends. What's most important about this show at its core is the heart.
Can you tell us about the Awakening Theater? We hear it's like amazingly stunning.
The theater really is a remarkable centerpiece of Awakening. The stage itself is a 60-foot prismatic stage. It's made of glass and LED screens, so that makes it unusual in and of itself. But it has 8 different sections that can move independently of one another or all together, which you'll see throughout this 80-minute production. On top of that, there's a custom-designed audio system. This theater allows for so many larger-than-life visuals to happen all around you, and really, there is not a bad seat in this house.
And by not a bad seat, I hear that every seat has its own set of speakers. Is that true?
Yeah, every seat has its own specific sound system, its own speakers, and that's part of that larger audio system that I just mentioned. The producers of the show wanted to do things with audio and sound effects that had never been done before, so they had to create an audio system from the ground up. This is the only place on Earth where you'll find this audio system involved, and it creates 3D sound effects. When I was just here watching the show, I heard things happening around me, and I almost wanted to start, reaching around or looking back over my shoulder because of the things that I was hearing, which I knew weren't there. But it's so realistic and crystal clear. It's really something that needs to be experienced in person.
So among all the music, dance, and acrobatics, the show has some amazing illusions with very Las Vegas roots. Can you tell us about some of that?
Yeah, that's right. Bernie Human is the executive producer of Awakening, and he was the longtime manager of magic duo Siegfried and Roy, who had their own magic spectacle here on the Las Vegas Strip for decades. And so as a nod to the magical past of Las Vegas, there are some really incredible illusions woven into this production. So it's a nod to the past, but also, moving the art forward into a new era of technological entertainment here in Las Vegas.
Speaking of Siegfried and Roy, I guess there's no tigers, but what about puppets?
Yeah, there are some huge puppets in this show. And it's not like the kind of sock puppet that you might think of. Mm-hmm. These puppets are larger than life. One of my favorites is a massive whale that swims through the theater, kind of over your head in the audience as well. During one of the underwater scenes, when you're in the water realm, you kind of look up and it really feels like you're looking at the surface of the water above you. And this whale swims around. There are also puppets that are run by mechanics. I mean, people on stilts with all sorts of kind of attachments that create these really marvelous entertainment moments.
Wait. Can we see it? Can we see that whale one more time? That doesn't look like a puppet. That looks like CGI. There it is.
I'm telling you.
Look at that.
This thing is phenomenal. I mean, it is the most realistic experience that you'll have.
Right.
And I mean, it really is something that you'll be thinking about long after you leave the Awakening Theater.
All right, Sean McAllister, thanks for joining me. Where can we go for more information and book our tickets? Because Las Vegas is just a hop, skip, and a jump, and it's like an hour flight from here, so it's really easy to get to. That's like our secondary location to go for most New Mexicans. So where can we go for more information, man?
Yeah, it is. Quick trip. Start planning your Vegas experience now, and you can get tickets at awakening.com.
All right. I really like staying at the Wynn as well. That's a nice spot to stay, too. So
can't beat it.
Thanks, Sean, for joining me this morning.
You got it. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. And coming up, we go to South Dakota. What's in South Dakota? Well, pretty much all of the bikers in the world like to gather there. But we learn about it all right here in New Mexico Rising. It's the back to school challenge. Parents are looking for some magic to get their kids excited about returning to the classroom. But joining us today is Claudia Lambana back. Welcome back to the show, Claudia. How are you?
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you. I'm great.
Why is it important to get kids excited about the new school year, and why do they always drag their feet about this time of year?
Yeah, I mean, of course we want them to look forward to going back to school and not dread it, right? So we want to find ways to get them excited. And I think a good way to do that is to get them involved in that back to school shopping. So whether it's picking out a new lunchbox or maybe a new backpack or even some clothes for the return to the classroom, that's a really good way to get them involved and maybe add some excitement. And then when you throw in some Disney magic, that's sure to make a difference and hopefully put a smile on their face when it comes to going back to school.
So what are some fun items that, could inspire some of the younger students?
Definitely. We've got from Disney a new collaboration that they launched. This is a magical collaboration with Posh Peanut. Now, Posh Peanut is a, adorable, stylish apparel accessory company. They're known for those fun lines for our youngsters. And Disney launched this magical collaboration with them that's inspired by The Little Mermaid. And it really allows us to combine the beloved tale of The Little Mermaid with Posh Peanut's stylish flair to make lunchtime an adventure for our little ones with the Little Mermaid Ariel lunch bag. It's insulated, it's water resistant, it's got a front pocket with a hidden zipper and even a name tag, so a great lunch bag for that return to school. And then for our kids on the go, or maybe our kids who are playing sports, we've got the new Simple Modern Summit water bottle. The latest design also inspired by the Little Mermaid, but this water bottle comes in multiple patterns and colors. So a great accessory to keep our kids hydrated. It easily fits into either the Little Mermaid lunch bag or any lunch box that our kids might have. It's 18 ounces. It keeps our drinks cold for hours, and it even has a leak-proof straw lid to prevent spills. So some great items for our little ones for that back-to-school lunchtime.
What about some of the ideas what about the older kids?
I think the older kids really enjoy picking out their own backpacks, and we can really let them carry those back-to-school essentials in the Shop Disney Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse backpacks. These are decorated with fun embroidered prints. They're crafted with multiple compartments and pockets, so it makes it easy to get organized and stay organized. Shop Disney is really your one-stop shop for family back-to-school supplies that feature characters from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and even Star Wars.
Are there any magic ways to get those kids excited about learning itself?
Yeah, this is a really good one that I wish had been around when I was in school. This is the Mega Science Lab by Blue Marble from National Geographic. This is really 3 science kits in one, and kids can explore earth sciences, dive into chemistry, and really experience the magic of science. Mega Science Lab features 45 of Blue Marble's most popular science, chemistry, and science magic experiments. It also comes with a bonus guide that's packed with 30 additional experiments that use common household items, so you can join in on the fun with your kids right at home and get them into science and chemistry as they return to school.
That looks very STEM-tacular right there. All right,
yeah,
so what is trending for fun, fashion, and gifts?
A couple of items for you here. This is Star Wars inspired gel pens from Yubi. Super, super cute. A great way to add a little flair for our kids when they're taking notes or doing their homework. Great for school, home, or even the office. And then another fun favorite for the playground is the Avengers all over hat from Lids. Now this Avengers hat is part of a fashion forward collection that includes matching headwear and apparel inspired by Marvel's superhero team. The Avengers, by the way, celebrating their 60th anniversary this year, so a good way to add a little more style for that return back to school from Disney.
Where can we go for more information, my friend?
You can find these items either at your local major retailer, or you can head over to shopdisney.com.
And where can we follow you on social media and keep up with the world of Claudia Lambana?
You can follow me on Twitter at CLambanaSF.
You are a hero and kind of getting us ready for the school year. That's kind of cool stuff. Thank you for joining us this morning and sharing all that with us.
Thank you. You bet.
Get ready to visit one of the most awe-inspiring events in the country, where more than 500,000 people rumble into, Sturgis, South Dakota, for its annual biker rally. From Sturgis to Mount Rushmore, joining us today are two top travel experts to share information about this amazing natural wonders of South Dakota. Welcome to the show, Caitlin and Caleb. How are you two?
Good morning. We are awesome. We're here sitting at Sturgis. It's a beautiful morning. We've got the rumble of the motorcycles behind us, and the day has just begun. So we're here at the legendary Buffalo Chip, and we are excited to have the 83rd annual motorcycle rally taking place. This event is a historic event, and it's a pilgrimage for many who are coming from across the country to take in the sights and the sounds and all the experiences that the rally has to offer.
So how long has this rally actually been taking place?
Well, Dan, we're actually the oldest and the largest biker rally in the entire world. We've been around since 1983. Here we are in our 83rd year, welcoming over 600,000 motorcycle enthusiasts to Sturgis, South Dakota. They're here to see our iconic landmarks like Mount Rushmore, the Badlands, all of our national and state parks. And to hear the rumble and the roar is just inspiring. It's an absolute amazing time.
And a lot of people have heard about Sturgis. Can you tell them what it's actually all about, like some of the events throughout the week?
Sure, absolutely. Well, what's unique about Sturgis is that it's really become an American icon. Even if you don't ride a motorcycle, you've probably heard of Sturgis. You've heard the lore, and you've heard this mystique about Sturgis. But you've got to get up here for yourself. If you've got two wheels or you've got four, if you've got two legs, if you've got whatever you have, come to Sturgis and visit the rally. There's concerts, there's events, there's festivals, there's races, and just really the camaraderie that occurs here during the rally is unmatched. So coming up from Albuquerque this time of year, it's beautiful up here right now. The weather is cool. The rides are great. People are really just getting out exploring. They're riding. They're taking in all of the wildlife, the twisties and the turnies. It's a great time up here.
And I know a lot of my friends that are bikers are going to be going up to Sturgis. Outside of the events that are actually going in Sturgis itself, what are some of the other natural wonders around the area if you're not going to be in the town for a little bit? What else can you see in South Dakota?
You know, our natural assets are incredible. You know, we have the Badlands, the Black Hills, Crazy Horse, communities like Deadwood, Hill City, Keystone. We're here right in the shadow of Bear Butte. It's an absolutely stunning natural landscape to take in with all of the natural wonders here in South Dakota. The granite spires on the Needles Highway. You've got to experience it. If you've never seen it, you got to see it.
All right, you two. Where can we go for more information to learn all about South Dakota and cool things to do out there?
Absolutely. Go to travelsouthdakota.com. You can plan your family vacation, a motorcycle trip. Maybe it's a romantic getaway for you and your special someone. Do it all on travelsouthdakota.com. There's itineraries, videos that will give you a great taste of what's going on in our state. It's all on travelsouthdakota.com.
Thank you two for joining me this morning.
It's our pleasure. Thanks, Dan.
Today, we have the accomplished pop singer, songwriter, who's hailing from Nashville, and remarkable journey is defined by over 174 million global streams with her latest single, Get Back Your Fight. And here to talk about her latest studio album, Better Days, we got to welcome to the show, Sarah Reeves. How are you?
I am doing well. How are you?
Doing fabulous. And you were saying, right before we jumped on here, that you tend to come to Albuquerque to work on projects out here. Can you tell us about that?
I did. Yes, I was just there. My film crew lives out there, so I have a video director. His name is Jordy Arvin with Bunkhouse Studios, which they're amazing. They just opened their warehouse there. So if you ever need to film something, it's an amazing location. And it's just different. I live in Nashville, so there's not a ton of it's beautiful here. But, we don't have the mountains and the desert and so I was out there filming some content, and I do a lot of my music videos out there now. So I love it. Albuquerque has a special place in my heart.
Well, if you're ever back here again, I got to bring you here to the Red Room. We get to sit down and chat about your new album and any projects you have coming up then. All right, your new single, Get Back Your Fight, carries a really strong message about reclaiming one's identity and addressing mental health struggles. I don't want to ask about more personal experiences, but it's all kind of part of the music. How does this inspire you to write and produce such a emotionally charged track?
Well, the last couple of years have been really hard personally. And one of the ways that I find therapy and healing is through music and songwriting. And so I just kind of dove into production. One of the things I said this year was I'm going to teach myself how to produce. And so I was watching just a ton of YouTube tutorials and calling my producer friends, being like, how do you use this plugin? And, you know, you don't see a ton of females doing production. And I just was like, I want to learn. I want to do that. And so as I was going through all these personal battles, I was kind of dealing with anxiety and depression. I was going into my studio and learning the music, just really getting lost in it, but in a way also finding myself in it.
And I saw that in the press release that you actually are trying to be as open with your fans to kind of give them that reassurance that even if they're going through struggles, that you're not alone going through these struggles. Well, why do you feel that is important to you to like relay that message over and over again?
Because everyone is going through something. Everyone's going through a battle. It might be different than mine, but I think if I can be vulnerable in some way and just put that out there that, you know what, they're actually not alone in what they're facing, then I've done my job. That gives me so much fulfillment. You know, it's not just about a cool song to me. Like, it's so much deeper than that. I want to have depth in my music and every song that I write. And so this one, when I saw that it connected with the fans, it just kind of reinforced that, you know, this is my calling. Like, this is what I want to do with my music, is give people hope and give people inspiration. So yes, it's a fun, quirky kind of song, and I love the, you know, cinematic production, different things like that, but also the fact that it's connecting with people is just, it's so important to me as an artist, because yeah, it just, I love helping people in whatever journey that they're walking through.
Well, thank you for doing what you're doing, Sarah. I think we're out of time, but when you're back in Albuquerque, let us know.
Okay, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You got to check out Sarah's new album. It's available now pretty much anywhere. So look for it, find it, and congratulations on that. And congratulations on all the hard work pulling all that together. So good job.
Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Thanks
No worries.
for your support.
Where can people follow you on social media anyway?
They can find me on Instagram or TikTok at Sarah Reeves Music, or website is sarahreevesmusic.com.
Thanks for joining me this morning, Sarah.
Thank you, Dan. Have a great day.
And that is it for New Mexico Rising. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. This is an independent show, so every time you tune in, it helps us out right here in the Red Room. And if you want to be part of the show, if you have a business and you want to highlight your business or a band or product or something, email me. That's newmexicorising@gmail.com, or follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram. Just look up New Mexico Rising. Yeah, there's a couple other New Mexico Risings, but we're New Mexico Rising TV. Find us and chat with us, because coming up soon, we're going to be giving out some movie passes to some free screenings and other giveaways that we get right here, like books from some of the authors that join us on the show. So if you want some of that stuff, just follow us on social media. That is New Mexico Rising on Facebook and Instagram. Till next week, that was New Mexico Rising.